It must be Friday.
What's up?
It's Friday in the House Seats Presents House. That's what we're going to call it now.
That's a lot of houses.
This is a House Seats Presents House. Hi everyone.
Hi
everyone out there. What's up? Oh no. And they have a microphone again, so ladies and gentlemen, watch what has been said out there.
They said they want to be the for when they have shots to pan the audience, that they want to have the puppets from the Muppets. What are
the puppets from the Muppets?
Puppets from what's the
two old guys that are up in the balcony?
Can we just have puppets of us?
Yeah,
like an
I'm pretty sure he can probably create. An
I know
a
puppet guy.
You know,
I know a good puppet guy.
Awesome.
Of course, the Italian knows a good puppet guy.
Yeah.
I know a guy who knows.
He made Pinocchio. He made all the good puppets.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Pinocchio was a real boy.
He was a real
towards
boy.
The end.
He was. And yeah, Andy out there be like the Andy Richter here. He totally is the Andy of Andy's. Hi, Andy. It's a House Seats house, and Andy's the Andy, and the puppets of the Muppets. We're all, it's all a little crazy today. And we have the lovely Vin A in the house today from the Bronx Wanderers.
Hi. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. You even brought your own alcohol.
Yeah.
Somebody must have
did.
Somebody must have told you this is how the show goes a lot of times.
Somebody told me you're going to feel very welcome at this show.
Yes.
And they said,
this
there's alcohol
is very.
provided.
I mean, first of all, I want to put camera on this here.
Yeah. Can we?
There we go. Do you want me to hold it up to that one? Hold it up. There we go. So this is obviously a very fine bottle anyway, but
Don't
even
drop
more, I won't. It has engraved on there the Bronx Wanderers 2017.
Yeah, our first year out here.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
And a guest brought this for you.
I have a cool friend and fan that lives in Kentucky, and I think she works with the distillery companies.
Okay.
They got all the bourbon down there and all the whiskey, and she said, I brought something a surprise for you. This is for you. I said,
so
wow,
nice.
I don't know whether to put it on my mantle or drink it all right now with
Right,
you.
exactly.
I don't know what the proper etiquette is with this bottle, but yeah, it's so nice. So I thought, what a lovely way to crack it open then with you guys.
Somebody, I had a birthday this week, and somebody gave me a...
He didn't just have a birthday.
I know. Well,
Yeah, the birthday, I heard. I heard the big 2-0, right? Mm-hmm. 2-0 times 2?
I knew I'd be your friend. I'm a 2-0 times 2-0.
Yeah,
and
the 20th anniversary.
The 20th anniversary of 20.
Nice.
And they brought me this bottle of... we didn't bring it. We should have brought it to cup. They brought me a bottle of one of my favorite champagnes, and it's a special bottle that's coated in about 3 layers of pink glitter.
Oh, nice.
Yes, Andy.
That's cute. I like it.
His puppet would be saying something right now. If he had
Absolutely.
Talk to the hand. It's beautiful. It's just layers and layers of glitter. It doesn't come off either. It's
nice.
just a beautiful bottle of champagne. So they gave that to me. Everyone wanted it at DW. Everyone thought it belonged to them.
Oh, the bottle had the
bottle
glitter
had the
on it.
glitter
I thought
on
you
it.
meant like the champagne had glitter in it.
Oh,
the
yeah,
bottle
that would be
itself.
interesting.
But the question is,
Would you shit glitter?
It would be like Goldschlager, right?
Perfect. You shit glitter.
what do you do now that you're not drinking though?
Well,
so does that go on your mantle now? What's the deal?
Top
with
of show, I have to say I'm gonna disclose this as part of 40. We had for the birthday. I'm always known for large scale parties. Mm-hmm. I subdued it seriously because I had a little trepidation about turning 40.
I knew I would have liked him.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying. I was really nervous about turning 40. And so, we scaled it back. Obviously, we had a lot going on. We scaled it back a little. So we had lunch at Spago at the Forum Shops with about 20 people from my life. And then we had dinner at Olives at Bellagio.
Very nice.
2 reasons for that. They're both closing. And they're both places I've been drinking and eating at for years and years and years.
Really?
Staples of Vegas. Spago is closing because it's moving into Olive's spot, and Olive's is leaving and vacating Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
So
they're done. They're done.
they're done in that hotel. Who knows where they might reprise it? But as far as that restaurant goes, Todd English's Olives it will be changing out in January, and Wolfgang Cook's Spago will go into their place. But both places. Spago, I've been going to since I was like 17, 18 years old when the Forum Shops first opened, because that's how long I've lived here. Mm-hmm. And then Olives I've been going to since Bellagio opened. So, another 20 years, I think.
Wow.
So it's really funny because, we were talking, one of the couples that had come to dinner, one of the ladies I knew really well, and her boyfriend didn't know me very well. And so, he's like, because I kept talking to the server and kept talking to people working there. And she's like, did you once work here? I said, no. I said, but at one point when I would eat here 3 or 4 times a week, I had a housewarming, right? And I invited most of the people that work there. And you know what they did? They brought me the recipe for the Cosmopolitan. That was what I drank back in the day. They brought me their recipe for the Cosmopolitan and
so nice.
martini shakers and said, please drink at home.
Oh, that's
right?
so cool.
So
very cool.
Because I was there too much.
Very cool.
And this is still the same people.
I thought they were going to mistake him for a waiter. Like, can you take this
Exactly.
stuff in the back?
Yeah.
Can you get this
I've done that
cleaned up?
before. I've
Clean this
bust
stuff up.
tables in there before. I did ask if there were any food allergies at my table prior to ordering things. I was helping our server Jamie out really well. She's awesome. So
nice.
anyway, so going back to the point of what you were saying, it's that I put an initiative out there to both groups of people. I said, there were some crossovers from lunch and dinner, but the people I said, you have to set a goal and set something that you don't think you can achieve within. So I'm going to issue the same goal sitting right here, and everyone in this room, and now you've heard it. You don't have to choose the same goal, but it's just pick one thing that you can do. Listen, here's the thing. I started House Seats when I was 28, 12 years ago.
Wow.
And I don't even remember where I was at 28 in my head, but I thought, obviously I was very dialed in on an idea and a goal. So I thought there's got to be something that you can push now from. So I said, I'm going to have a really large party and everyone in this room and everyone is invited to the 41. And we're closed. We're done. Bye. Bye. The show's over. Show's over.
I hear. Huh?
Yeah. So I said, we're going to have a massive party. It's going to call B1. So we're going to be all one together. You hearing this? B1 party next year.
Okay.
And I want to have a massive party, and I want people to set one really big goal for themselves that they think they can achieve. And then we're all going to email. So my assistant yesterday or Wednesday, same person, is going to email everybody from the lunch and dinner and say, okay, here, write down the goal, and then some of us can help you achieve that because we all find out what it is you want to do.
Group effort.
Yeah, it's a little group. Everybody does things with
Nice.
each other and says, how do you hold them accountable, responsible, cheer them on? Maybe we know somebody that can help them reach their goal faster or better because we don't know what everybody's goal is. But I said, you know what? I haven't had a drink since my birthday, which was Wednesday, so yesterday. So I said, I'm going to go an entire year without. I know that's right. I haven't had a drink since yesterday, since Wednesday.
It was exactly 24 hours, 16 minutes, and 34 seconds ago.
And I am not counting at all. I'm not counting. And I know I promote a lot of beverage drinking from the show. Clearly,
It's the
the
first
show
few
has
hours
always
is
been
the
about.
hardest.
I know, right?
Well, you know what? That's not easy, and I'm super proud of you that you're doing that. That really is.
Well, thank you.
That's not easy.
Thank
It's
you.
not.
Oh,
Well, but he's loaded.
It's not. Yeah,
he
I mean,
came into the show.
I'm one of the
loaded.
few
It's
people
fine.
drinking in the morning, so I know it's
Clearly,
tough.
because he brought his own. I know.
it's
Yeah.
tough.
Well, you know what? And I own a restaurant. And now, granted, I have my GM and my other half at the restaurant. He can, they can test things and taste things. I don't have to be there to do that. And I've done that for
Oh my
7
God! So you
year.
can't even have vodka sauce. That's how serious we're taking.
Well,
this?
no.
Wow.
That's all cooked out.
I was going to say.
Okay.
If I have bananas Foster, it's happening. It's on. So I'm going to say, please don't light that on fire the whole way. Please, I like my rum.
So you and my dog share a birthday.
Oh,
I know.
is he 40?
No, but he's in dog years.
dog
he's,
years.
he's 21.
He's 21.
So,
That's how
yeah.
old Cooper. Cooper's 21. Our dog's 21.
I thought about getting him one of those edible
edibles.
treats. Yeah.
They're actually
treats?
making
That's-
dog weed.
They are.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they've got them at the distilleries where
Yeah.
it's like a little.
Did you know about that, Jay?
weed
Right?
treat.
The dog weed. You know about dog edibles now? Dog edibles.
Apparently, they're making edibles.
Yeah.
They're
for
making edibles
dogs.
for dogs now too.
They're making wine for cats. They're doing all this stuff because they know that our pets are completely insane living with all.
Well,
of us.
yeah,
So they
it's
know
like-
they got to be as messed up as us to
gosh.
deal with us.
They have to keep up with us.
dog
Exactly.
wine. I mean,
Yeah.
cat wine. Huh.
But yeah, I thought about getting him one of those
Yeah.
treats.
Cat, what's that? Oh yeah. No, we've talked about this. Yeah.
Oh, so it's medical.
Medical marijuana for the dogs.
marijuana
You
for
know,
dogs.
when we got
Yes.
married.
I know. I have glaucoma. Really bad stigmatism.
It's real bad today.
Really bad.
Oh my goodness, my
Really
ears are
bad.
falling off.
Those poor dogs.
No. Well, when we got married, someone brought us a nice present while we were in San Diego getting married, and I think there was some remnant on the table because Cooper, I think, had a lick fest of some and was very relaxed all night long.
Oh, yeah, but that's good though.
So yeah, he was chill. He had fun.
It's not going to hurt them.
No, it's
It
not
just
gonna hurt
scared
them, no.
me, and
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
oh, maybe I shouldn't do this. But I mean, he's 100 pounds and
Yeah.
bigger than I am,
Right,
so
right.
I think he'll be.
what kind of dog?
He's a big dog.
Oh yeah.
Pit bull, Great Dane.
Brady.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he's huge.
He's a big
Horse-
dog.
horse
He's a-
doggy.
He's a
Yeah.
big dog.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wham, bam.
So I'll
Yeah.
try it.
Nice.
Well, so my
Try it
husband,
for him
my
first.
husband
Yeah,
bought me
make
this
sure it's
wonderful
safe. Make sure it's safe.
Wookie mug, And I really feel like a talk show host now because I'm drinking my coffee out of
Yes,
a
you
Wookiee,
are.
You know.
We need to have. Do we have mugs?
Do we have mugs?
Yeah.
I have a
Say
mug.
house seats on them.
You know what? We don't. We
You
need
should
those.
like the Bill Maher show where he's
should
got
get
like
a
real
House Seats
time with
presents mug.
Bill Maher on the
Yeah.
cups. Yeah, should be like House Seats presents.
gonna get on that right after
We
this.
can have all of our water in there.
I know. Everyone's bevies. Everyone's bevies. Crack suit? Oh, track suit. I have
tracksuit?
Yeah.
Crack suit.
Crack suit. We did at one point have like because we used to do golf tournaments at House Seats. Like we'd sponsor a hole.
I'm doing one November 11th. I have no idea for what, but that's nice. Yeah, I have no idea.
Shut up.
You sponsor a hole.
We
I like
sponsored
it.
a hole.
I like it.
Shriners.
Shriners.
nice.
Well,
I
yes, we
gotta
do
take
have
these
the
off.
Shriners. I know because you
We
can't hear
sponsored
everything,
a
right? You
hole?
sponsored a hole. But we did, and so we had House Seats. We had the jerseys and the cute little fleece jackets and stuff because
That's
we'd be
great
out
that you
there
guys
playing,
do that.
driving the golf cart. That's
Very
that was what we
nice.
did. Yeah, it was fun. That's really fun. Are you okay out there, Andy? So, welcome to the show. Normally, top of the show, we
Happy
kind
to
of
be here.
talk about.
I love
Yes,
that
know,
intro.
right?
That was an amazing 15-minute intro. That was the best intro ever. I love
And
it.
the show's over.
I'm so happy to be here.
Show is almost over.
We talked so much last week that poor Andrew Freeman didn't really get a word
I didn't
in,
even know what
but
he did.
was a part of the
Yeah, the
part of
banter.
whole
He's a part of the banter.
He was totally.
And at the end of the show, you were like, "And what do you do again?"
I'm sorry. When you get a bunch of fun people together in the morning and you throw alcohol in the mix, we're gonna go off. We're gonna talk
It's
about
fine.
a lot of fun
We
things.
had
totally fine.
We
Okay.
had what's
And
it
candy
called?
if you want candy
Midori
from-
sours last week.
We did.
It was Gay Pride.
It was
week.
Gay Pride Week, so we had, in honor of that, I had the first drink I ever had. So it's a nice dichotomy. First drink I ever had, and now I'm not drinking.
And now he's
Wow.
not.
I had Midori sours
So-
with a thing we drank in the gay bars when I was growing up. That sounds dirty. When I was growing up, I was like 17 or 18 going into the bar for the first time.
Pretty cool. I went to my first gay bar this year.
You did?
I did. I went to Piranha.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's the one I went to, but it
My,
wasn't called that back in the day. but
It
yeah.
wasn't called that.
It wasn't called that.
Yeah, the guy that like runs all the shows for Caesars, like the head guy for
Yeah.
us, is Danny Salas. He's
Okay.
a really good friend of
Yeah,
mine.
I think we
And he's
talked.
like, come
Yeah.
come out to my birthday. I was like, dude, I'd love to.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, is it going to be like a little weird for you going there? I go, what are you kidding
no.
me? People hitting on me never happens. I want to go. Of
Like,
course.
let's go to that.
And everybody was the nicest person in the world. No, I had a really great time.
And usually at Piranha, I think Larry Edwards is always there hosting Tina Turner. He's always
yeah?
there dressed up.
Oh, nice.
You have the
India
VIP
Farah is
area
there.
still upstairs, right?
Yes, that's where we were. Yeah,
it's
it was
fun.
really cool.
It is-
It was
it
a
is
fun
It's a
time.
fun night out.
Music
It's
was
a
cool.
fun
It was
night
really cool.
Yeah. Well, that was the
time.
bar I went to, and it was totally different back in the day,
It was.
which we discussed.
It's a
and
little seedy back
it
in
was
the day.
very dirty.
Yeah.
I know it's funny because I had said, yeah,
You know the upstairs room?
Yes.
Where it's just like the big VIP?
Yes.
There were like
it wasn't really
rooms. It was weird. You walked up the stairs and you could rent out rooms
Oh, nice.
in lieu of a VIP table. It was
Closed door rooms.
Closed door rooms.
There were many.
It was
I remember going to that bar when I was like,
That's the party.
Yeah. I think I was like
That's a party.
17, 18 years old. And what always happened to me, inevitable, because I was like the young blonde, whatever. All the older guys, like, this is sad. Because all
Listen to him.
all the older
Listen-
guys, I was
oh,
cute. That was
did you
cute.
see
Shut up.
Jason?
I was
Yes,
cute.
I was the
cute.
young blonde.
I was the young, cute blonde. But I was like, the young thing. And I would see these guys, and they'd probably be like 40 in the corner, like, ooh. And I'm like, oh my God, the
Oh,
old
that's-
40-year-old's looking at me. And now
that's
I'm
us
the
now.
old 40-year-old. I'm not
That's us.
looking, but I'm like,
Yeah, you don't look.
It's
You're
like,
not an
oh my
old
God,
40.
I'm the old guy now.
not an
Like,
old
that's
40.
gross.
Not an old 40.
I know, I'm not old. Hi.
I know I'm not.
So, hi.
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 It's
Do you want
so
a piece of
thanks for
candy?
having me. By the
Yeah,
way,
of course.
I want to thank all you guys, and especially Andy over there. I love
know.
Andy so much.
He's a good cat.
I had no idea what House Seats was, and
You didn't?
no, my friend Jerry Jones reached out to me and said,
Oh,
"Would you
Jerry.
want to be a part of the Sgt. Pepper's thing that we're having at the House of Blues?" And I said, "I'd love to. I'm a massive Beatles fan, and I got to sing a song. I got to meet Andy, and I heard everything that you guys are doing. I'm like, wow, look at these guys
Wasn't
that
that
built
fun?
this empire,
Wasn't that
man.
fun in
Like, I'm
House of
so
Blues?
happy for you. That was a really fun
a great
time.
venue.
It was really cool.
Yeah. Well,
a
you're
lot,
gonna be-
a lot
you're
of
gonna-
people. It was like it was a great event.
It's so
packed.
wonderful, right? like
it
the
was
curtain
amazing.
opens and you're like, whoa. It
was so
It's
cool.
crazy.
The energy exchange.
It was great. And now you guys are doing a Vita. Like,
Well, that's what
guys
he's
don't
been up
stop.
to.
These
That's
guys
what
don't stop.
Just to give a plug out, he's been doing auditions and then callbacks.
Yeah, man.
I've seen the videos. He sent me some Ava Perón candidates.
very cool.
You've got lots of people that
do.
came in and out.
That's good.
Lots.
That's
Some
going to be
people
a
who've
great
even
show.
sat in this chair.
It's going to be a great show.
So I think it's going to be a hard decision. But
And you
know,
guys
he's
were
really good at doing this.
accepting submissions from out of state and out of town and stuff, right?
Is it true?
I guess
somebody
out of
auditioned
state
from
would be out of
Australia?
town.
Didn't somebody audition from Australia? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really?
We have to get them here, but no, just kidding. It's okay. Huh? This would have been the day. This would have been. Hello.
We'll get it.
We'll get it. So normally top of the show we kind of talk about what we did over the week. Obviously, we talked about birthday, but we we did some stuff right after the show on Friday. We went to. What did we go to? We went to Andre Rieu. And it's crickets right now.
Wow, look at that.
Andre Rieu I think he's from Sweden, but he lives in Austria, and he is a conductor. Mm-hmm. So he conducted an orchestra all dressed up in gowns and whatnot. They all play Johann Strauss. It's all classical. Listen, my dad has been dying to see the show. It was at the Orleans Arena.
Oh, wow.
And it was full. The show was full at the Orleans Arena, and I'll tell you, it was amazing. And then people actually, couples get up. They play the famous Blue Danube song.
Okay.
And they get up. Couples get up and dance in the aisles. And my dad's up here, literally, we're in a suite, like just cheering. Like my dad wanted to be in the front row so bad, but I get him a suite at the Orleans Arena, right? And my friends over the Orleans Arena, I think we're bringing like 20 people into one of those suites, so they put out all this food. There's 4 of us. All this food up there. Mom was like, we can't waste all this food.
She's like,
yeah, we were taking cheese home.
We got a to-go box.
Yep, we did.
Put it in your pocketbook. Put it in your pocketbook.
We took cheese and berries and brownies and all that stuff back from there.
Nice.
Cheese and berries and brownies.
I mean, berries.
Whatever I choose to say.
Foraging at the Orleans Arena for berries and cheese.
We're literally walking out with, they don't have bags, we're walking out with to-go boxes. My dad's got cheese. It's great. And they don't drink. And so, the bar, they give us like a $500 credit to eat. And I'm like, 4 of us are not going to eat everything, every chicken finger under the sun, So, and they just bring platters and platters of food. But the concert was amazing. So
great.
He stops at one point, starts talking about his life, listening to Johann Strauss and the music from Austria. Because my dad is a huge, huge fan. So it was like geeking out totally.
That's nice that you took him to that. It's very nice of you.
Well, and something different.
And the fact that there are that many fans, they didn't need house seats, and they were full. The entire arena was full, where they play all kind. The night before they had a benefit concert for Route 91. Then they had this. Then they had like 90s Jam the next day. So they had totally different things. They had country.
It was just one night that it was there. It was like a one night
performance for Andre Rieu. Yeah. So it was. So I didn't even know there were that many huge classical fans in Las Vegas there, because most of the makeup the audience was local at the Orleans.
That's great
for sure.
Yeah.
So it was great. And then what else did I do? I think I have another photo in there from. Oh yeah, that's a weird photo.
Yeah,
but that's the only photo I was allowed to take.
What is that?
Very close. It was. Yeah. My husband and I, we got to stay at MGM Skylofts for my birthday.
Oh, so it is Ka.
So it was Ka. So we went to see Ka on Tuesday night. Was that Tuesday night?
I thought he was just making a sound effect.
Well, have you been to the show?
I haven't. I haven't seen Ka. I haven't seen Ka.
Their pre-show happens outside in the theater. They have these guys playing what looks to be like a harp, or some sort of little,
Okay.
Remember that little, what was the little handheld one you played as a kid that you could put a little slip of music in and play the little notes? You know what I'm talking about? It was like a
harpsichord,
but it was like an old fashioned.
Itself. Yeah,
and you put it in there and you strings.
Thing.
Anyway, they play these live strings pulled across, and the show is technically still. I saw it one time. I've seen it one time. You've seen it one time in since it opened. I think it's been open for over 10, 12, 15 years,
15
maybe.
Something years.
Wow.
And it's like, like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of show.
Really,
it's a lot
really
of
I heard that's like the
jumps
biggest one, right? Ka's like the big
crazy.
battle one. Yeah.
It's crazy, the show.
The time where the stage rotates and all the pegs are out and they're like
the stage is definitely the star of the show.
Is that the one where did I hear that somebody got hurt at?
I think there was an accident once. There was an accident once in Ka. But the show, it does very much, back in the day when the big movie was like that Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon movie, we were jumping and it was all the stunts related to jumping. So this is, the show is technically one of the most amazing shows.
Oh, it's cool. I got to check it out. I'd love to.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I haven't seen many out here. I really.
I was going to say, have you had a chance to see many Vegas productions?
I'm
working.
I'm working 7 nights a week,
right.
So we're every night.
And there's not a stand-in for you.
No. Unfortunately, yeah. It's not a play. It's not where I'm a character in the show. I'm myself.
Yeah.
So they're coming out to see the father, the 2 sons, and it's hard to find somebody that can play guitar, play piano, sing, do jokes, music direct, do this. I do 8 things on the show. I do all those things while the show is happening.
Right.
So it's hard to get a sub, and when you do that, in 15 years I've been doing this, I could never miss a show. You got to go up there with 102 fever, and you got to do what you got to do.
So you've been with this specific show for 15 years.
I've been with this show. I wrote and directed and put
This
the
is
show
your
together
show.
with my
Yeah.
dad in 2006. And I was, oh God, how old was I? I was like 11 years ago. I was
There
like
you go.
18, 19 years
Yeah.
old.
Wow.
In college doing
Wow.
it. And yeah, my dad basically worked at a record label for 30 years. And he did all the work, Jim Croce, the Partridge Family, Dion. He worked on all that stuff at Columbia Records and Life Song. And his bosses one day came in and said, we're retiring. And my dad was 40 years old. He had no idea what he was going to do with his life. This is the only thing he's ever known since he was 17. What am I going to do? So his friend from the movie A Bronx Tale, I don't know if you guys saw that, the guy Chaz Palminteri, was like, why don't you take your kids and go out and start a band and do a whole retrospective on your life? My dad's like, dude, it's never going to work. My son's 14 years old. My little son's 11. Like, there's no way. He's like, just try it. We went out one night and everybody was throwing $500 at us, like $100 bills, and we're looking. I'm working at a pizza store, making $8 an hour. And I'm looking at my dad, going, "We should really do this. We should so get into this.
We should reconsider."
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
So the next thing you know, my dad stacked the group with all his friends. He got like one of the original guitar player in the song Barbara Ann was the guitar player. This saxophone player was the original saxophone player in the group called the Tokens. They had that song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight."
Yeah.
And the keyboard player was Dion's keyboard player. And then boom, off we went. We're doing 240 dates a year.
Yeah.
Crisscrossing the country. I'm this little 15, 16-year-old kid doing this. Drinking a lot as I went, obviously. But
At 16.
Yeah,
At
and
15,
it was a lot of fun. And then they couldn't do it anymore because they weren't seeing their families. These are all older guys, so they all quit on my dad. And I looked at him. I said, "Dad, I don't want you to worry. My brother and I have our own band. It's all our friends from high school." We're all 15 and 16.
Shit.
And the next thing you know, we've been doing it for 7 years, like 10 years, doing me, my best friends, and my dad going out and playing music. And those are my friends. Those are my friends. I went to high school with those guys. Fernando's a local guy out here.
Yeah.
But,
Fernando and I play together sometimes.
Yeah.
That sounds
I
really
love
horrible.
it.
Yeah. Yes, you do. Sure,
we
Brandon,
play music
we
together
play music
sometimes.
together.
Yeah. But,
I mean, he's cute, but
he's such a great guy. He's such a great guy, and he just smiles all the time. I love him so much.
He is. He's
I
the
love him so much.
cheeriest
He's
person ever.
Such a happy.
Oh
I love
man,
him.
I just dug a hole.
That is
and I thank God that we're out here.
That is the most inspiring story ever.
Yeah, it's
like
a
literally
family
your show
pulling
was
together.
built out of your dad. What is he going to do?
What are we going to do?
Yeah.
What are we going to do?
That is amazing.
Yeah.
So you haven't had a day off yet?
I've had 4 days off in
15
13
years,
months.
13,
yeah.
Oh
well,
my
before
God.
that, we wouldn't play every day. We do like 3-4 days a week. But out here, they're like, we gotta. It's tough out here.
You got a new audience
nowadays.
every night.
It's tough out here.
Yeah.
And the room that we have only holds like 200.
Yeah.
So we need.
We'll plug and preface that you have the window showroom at Bally's.
Oh
up on
yeah,
the second
sorry, I'm
floor.
bad.
It's okay. No, we got you.
Plugging my show.
6 o'clock every night of the week.
Every night of the week.
Upstairs at Bally's.
Window showroom. Yeah, but it's a fun show, the Bronx Wanderers.
Well, we'll be there tonight. And in fact, now that you said
Happy to have
now
you.
you said that the word Dion, I took my dad to see Dion at the Orleans. I think.
Oh, get out of here!
Oh my
So
God.
you actually know who I'm talking about. You knew it wasn't Celine.
Oh yeah. Who?
Because everybody looks at me and goes, "Oh yeah, Celine. That's great. You guys do that."
No,
Yeah,
Dion
I
has
go,
so many hits.
No.
My dad, I brought him to Dion at the Orleans. I've seen many people with my dad who
That's
grew
great.
up
Your dad
listening
would
to a lot
love
of
my
the music
show.
you're talking about. Yeah.
I want to get your dad to come to my show.
Okay. Yeah. No, he'll
wanna
probably
see
come
it.
tonight. He'll probably come with us tonight.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's great.
There you go. See.
Very cool.
So in terms of the songs that are chosen, I mean, do you change it up, or is it songs that typically, like you're saying, that this was a story attached that your dad has to the music?
I mean, a bunch of the stories have stories that he's attached to.
Yeah.
So, like, for instance, one of the songs we do is Scenes from an Italian Restaurant by Billy Joel.
Yeah.
So my dad was at the audition that his label was conducting with Billy Joel. So Billy Joel was just this young kid coming in, firing away at the piano. And
and your dad was the other side of the table guy.
and my dad was a little 17-year-old kid, and all the bosses are like, keep your mouth shut, and you can come in and you can watch this audition. My dad's sitting there watching him play songs from The Stranger, play the Billy Joel album.
Yeah.
Problem was, we don't say this in the show, but I'll say this here. Problem was, he would play 10 seconds of his song and stop, and
he would blow his nose.
yeah. And he would play another 10 seconds
He
of the
had
song
really
and go,
bad
no, I don't want to
allergies.
do it. And he stopped. And they all looked at him and they're like, this guy's on drugs. Like, we can't take him. All the guys were like 30, 40 years old going, dude, we have families. We don't want to deal with rock stars and drug problems right now.
Right.
So we're going to pass on him.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, "You guys are freaking nuts. This guy's gonna be huge."
Never
and
heard
the
of
next,
him.
And the next
Never
thing,
heard
and the next thing you know,
Yeah,
like 6
yeah.
months later, boom, Billy Joel is Billy Joel. You know, and then bam, we go into scenes from an Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
So he tells a lot of cool stories about, you know, his career and the songs we do. My goal with the show is being able to have a grandmother come, bring her daughter, and the granddaughter is able to come, and
Right.
all three generations are able to
Understand the
enjoy
music.
a music
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
That's my thing. You know, we throw in like Queen by Bohemian Rhapsody.
I
do
saw
a Bruno
YouTubes of
Mars
that
tune.
for- yeah.
We do that stuff. Yeah, so we try to make it cool for everybody.
You know, when you think, I mean, and you can attest to this too, because when you're out there doing pop strings and you're out doing different things that you sing.
You do pop strings?
He does.
Dave? Yeah? What do you play?
This.
All right. That's so cool. My friend Brian subs with them. Brian Triola on keys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Anything else besides that, I can. No.
I love how it's like this.
This is all
That's
I.
great.
This is all I play to get
No,
paid
I saw
for.
you guys, man. I love that show at the
fun,
Barge.
right?
Yeah, it's a really cool show.
We walked past the barge now. They redid it, so you can't
It's all
hear it from
closed
the
in.
outside. But it's glass, which is cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Do people stare at you through the window?
Yeah, they're
Yes.
going like,
Yes,
what's
they
going
do.
on?
Yes,
in
they
there?
do.
Can we go in there?
Yes, they do.
Can we go in there?
And it has made the room twice as hot. Like
loud?
It's like
hot.
The light.
like
actual
hot
temperature.
like temperature because we're sitting on the water, and I know
Yeah.
that's weird, but it makes it steamy in there. And
Yeah, I believe
there's
it.
16 of us on stage.
I
You know,
believe
we're
it.
all like
Makes it steamy.
Yeah.
we're like this, you know, standing next to each other and just in 3-piece suits and just like
Oh, yeah.
sweating our balls off.
Yeah, you guys were dressed to the nines. I remember that. Mhm.
Except Lily, she gets to wear less clothes,
Well,
and she can wear it well too.
yes, you can.
That was a very quiet moment while I took my coffee.
Yeah, it was quite.
It's like, is everyone okay?
Well, no, I was just gonna say if I had those, I'd wear less
I would
clothes.
wear
Am I going to make a dress joke right now? Am I going to say something about that?
Which joke am I going to
Congratulations to them, by the way. They just got engaged.
Make? Oh yes, Lily
yeah?
and
Lily and
Dave.
Perico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great, man.
Congratulations,
Congrats to
Lily
them.
and Dave. And
Nice.
Perico.
Over greens and proteins chili.
Very cool.
That's how they got engaged.
Well, like you said, they're both so busy.
Yeah,
that
you got to
they-
find a moment.
It's hard.
And he was like,
It's hard.
and she's like, I didn't expect it because we
Well,
were just
clearly,
eating
because
chili
you just
from
have
greens and
you're like,
proteins.
I'm just choosing my food.
Yeah.
my low
I
carb
think they had-
food here.
yeah, I think they had,
Can't
like-
even go
He
somewhere and eat a frickin'.
He put the ring in the
No,
beef.
they had-
I just broke my tooth.
They
Oh,
had
will you
like
marry me?
Frito
Will you marry
scoops
me?
or something that they were like.
Scoops. I don't think it's
Oh,
part of their
man.
diet over at Greens and Proteins.
That's funny.
No, those were
No.
from the store.
Those are.
Oh, that's
Definitely
great.
from the
I'm
store.
so happy
Yeah,
that I
it's
know that
very
you're in that
nice.
now.
That's
So
very
cool.
nice.
That's good.
So, do you do anything special when fans like this bring you things? Particularly, what happens when people who go crazy because they followed you guys on the road for all this time?
Well, we've been touring for about 12, 13 years.
Yeah.
So people that come see the show here in Vegas, this is my 8th time. This is my 14th time. This is my 32nd time. This was her
Amazing.
This was her 26th time, and she goes, "I got
Wow.
you this bottle." And I live in Kentucky, and I wanted to give this to you guys. Congrats on your 1 year. Just the generosity out of people that do that for you. That they're paying to come see me at my
Right,
show,
right.
and yet they give
And
this to
bringing
me.
you gifts.
And I look at them and go, well, "How can I repay you?" And give? They go, "What you do is what you give me."
That's what they expect.
And it's hard for me to.
yeah.
Well, the inspiration your show creates, because again, when you give an opportunity for people to see, maybe they didn't connect with their family as well, maybe their family passed away, maybe they didn't have an
That's-
experience, so
that's a
they
lot
come
of it.
and they say, "Wow, this family chose to do this,"
A
and
lot of
they
people
get to be
latch onto
together.
the family
Yeah.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have a moment in the show that's called the home movie segment, where
Yeah.
my dad shows him growing up, and then us growing up, and how this whole thing happened. And then you see, you look out, you see tears in people's eyes, and
Yeah.
the message that we want to just get out there is, this world is very crazy right now. It is a very insane environment and world to live in. And if you pull together, whether it just be a family or even a community,
Yeah.
which I've seen in Las Vegas as an amazing community, if you pull together and you do good things for good people, you just put a good vibe out there, you want to make everybody feel comfy and good, it'll make everything else be good.
Yeah.
Instead of everybody tearing everybody down and dividing each other with this and that and politics and, and all that stuff,
Bring back neighborhood. Yeah.
Yeah, the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, kids are inside playing with their phones and their video games. They're not going out and talking anymore.
Yeah.
It's a whole different generation. I think I was the last generation that in school we would use encyclopedias for book
Oh, yeah.
projects. when the internet came out, you're not allowed to use the internet.
Yeah,
That's
no.
not a credible source.
There's nothing you can even find in that exactly.
You know.
Well, speaking of family and neighborhood, go out there and trick or treat. Take your kids out, do fun stuff, get dressed up. This weekend is Halloween weekend in Vegas.
Yes.
We're coming to see your show tonight.
On Monday,
Monday
on the night
30th.
before the Halloween, from 10 to 12 in the window showroom, we're having a Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas party.
Oh, nice.
And
Oh.
we're screening the movie The Nightmare Before
Hey.
Christmas. So and it's also a raffle. We have a bunch of companies giving out huge gifts.
Okay.
People can come, and all the donations go to the Victims Fund.
You got it.
awesome.
Thank you for sharing
Awesome.
that information. To find out more information, go to houseseatspresents.com. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Yeah.